Afghanistan's Logar province due to a technical problem. Afghan and Pakistani officials say 8 people on board the chopper went missing after it crash-landed in a mountainous tribal region. According to a spokesman for Logar's governor, the passengers and the crew have all been taken hostage by the Taliban. Pakistani officials say the aircraft belongs to the Punjab provincial government. The Taliban have yet to comment on the report. To get the latest on that, we're now joined by Javed Rana, Press TV's correspondent, who is joining us live now from the Pakistani capital. Javed, what is the latest details that we have?
Well, Pakistan's embassy in Kabul has confirmed that probably this was a helicopter which was traveling from Pakistan via Afghanistan to Russia, and it was basically was on its way to Russia to have some of its maintenance and repair work. Now, there are reports from government of Pakistan which indicates that all members of the crew they are safe, and one of them is also a Russian engineer. That probably indicates that this helicopter was on its way to Russia. Now, the status of these Pakistani citizens remains unclear because there are conflicting reports coming from Afghanistan. One report suggests that this particular helicopter was put on fire by the Taliban. Other reports suggest, which makes little more sense, that it caught fire while it was having an emergency landing. Taliban spokesman has not confirmed. They are saying nothing about this particular incident, but the reports coming from Afghanistan does indicate that certainly this helicopter had a crash landing, and probably it was in the possession of Taliban members. They have been made hostages. Now, it depends on what manner Pakistan is going to have its back channel links with the Taliban. But Pakistan's foreign ministry is saying that they are in touch with the Afghan government. Afghan government was already in the picture, that this particular helicopter was moving from that part of Afghanistan to elsewhere. Now, it is not clear because of the fact that the Afghan government does not have control on much of Afghanistan. 60 to 70% area is controlled by the Taliban, and that is a de facto reality on the ground. I think within the next couple of hours, the situation would be clear when we hear an official word from the Taliban.
All right, Javed, well, relations obviously between Afghanistan and Pakistan are a bit tense at times over counter-accusations and accusations about support for terrorism, et cetera, et cetera. I'm wondering, will Pakistanis be allowed into Afghanistan, maybe for a rescue operation to try to recover these citizens?
Well, I think it's a very tricky question because that area is controlled by Afghan Taliban. Afghan government does not have its say. So in case Afghan security forces try to move there to recover the helicopter, the debris, it may not be allowed, or it may have some sort of clashes with Afghan security forces. And now another question is, will Pakistani security officials would be allowed inside Afghanistan? That is again a question that certainly Afghan government might give Pakistan permission, because this is an isolated incident. There appears to be, since Russian citizen is also, he was also on board, and I don't think Afghan government would make it an issue because it is separate to the ongoing geostrategic politics in the region, and there are charges which are being leveled against each other, and I don't expect that this particular incident is anyway linked to that.
Very well, Javed. Thanks very much for keeping us up to date. That was Javed Rana, who is speaking to us live from Islamabad. Some global news in brief now. Gunmen in western Afghanistan have ambushed a vehicle carrying foreign tourists, injuring several of them. Officials say the attackers also wounded the driver of the vehicle, which was being escorted by an Afghan army convoy to the city of Herat.